Hello, welcome to this yoga session tonight. Tonight we're going to start off with some core stuff, and then we'll do some leg balancing and end with some pigeon poses and other things like that. So go ahead and take a place on your mat, and if you can lay down on your mat, start by just resting on the floor for a little bit. So bring your knees up to the ceiling and put your feet into the ground and put your arms in like a T position here. And just breathe. And start doing some pelvic circles here. So you're going to bring the small of your back into the ground, right side of your bottom into the ground, your sacrum into the ground, base of your spine, left part of your bottom into the ground, small back, right part of your bottom, and just kind of circle around here a few times. And circle in the opposite direction. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to go into a bridge. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to push the ground away with your feet. You're going to bring your pelvis up towards the ceiling. And so you're putting the weight in your upper back here. And you're going to reach behind your back with your hands. Clasp your hands at the base of your spine here. So you're pushing your forearms and your palms or the sides of your hands into the ground. And you're pushing your pelvis up towards the ceiling. And breathe here. Think about the breath of life that's in all of us. Think about how important breath is to all of our body's functions. We can't live without breath. And really focus on your breath throughout the course of this practice. Even if you feel like a pose is challenging, breathe deeply into that pose when you can. And slowly come out of that. And then come on up and balance yourself right here at the base of your spine. And go ahead and start to gradually move back a little bit and then lengthen your legs and point your fingertips towards your feet. So you're in a boat pose right now. Try to come up a little higher maybe. Bring your shoulders back and down. And slowly lower down to a half boat. So you're kind of hovering off the ground here. Might be shaking a little bit. And then you're going to bring your fingertips to the left side and your toes to the right. And then you're going to come down, and then you're going to bring your fingertips to the right and toes to the left. And you're just going to go back and forth a few times, kind of pulsing down and up. Maybe one more time. And slowly lower back down. Put your hands over your head and reach away from your toes with your fingers. So stretch your fingers out over your head along the floor and stretch your feet out in the opposite direction. Come on back up into a boat. And we're going to slowly go down on 3, 2, 1 to half boat here. In and out. Go back up. And one more time. 3, 2, 1. And go back up. And then cross your legs, or cross your ankles rather, right here. And if you want to, you can push the ground away with your hands. And then slowly come back down. And again, rest on the ground here. Stretch out through your fingertips and through your feet. Bring your knees up towards the ceiling and do another pelvic roll down. Bring your right ankle up and put it above your left knee. So you're crossing your right ankle above your left knee. So it's in the upper left leg. And then you're going to reach in through with your hands, and you're going to clasp your hands right there at your left shin and pull your left shin towards you, feeling a stretch in your upper outer right leg, akin to the stretch you're going to feel in pigeon pose, which we'll do later. Slowly come down out of that and bring your left ankle over your upper right leg. And then reach through and pull that right shin towards you. Feel a stretch in the upper outer part of your left leg, like in pigeon. Slowly come out of that pose, and again, just take yourself through a few more pelvic circles here. Come on over onto your belly, and then make your way up to a tabletop position here. And you're going to stretch your left fingertips forward and your right foot back. And then bring your left elbow to your right knee, and then stretch it out. Knee to elbow, stretch it out. Do it for about 5 more times. Maybe tuck your tummy in a little bit more here to more fully engage your core. Maybe breathe out and breathe in. Breathe out, one. Breathe in and the other. And then reach back with your left hand, grab the outside of your right foot, and then open up to the left side of the room. Like we'll do later in dancer pose. And then relax that. Take yourself through a few cat and cows. Push the ground away, bring your spine up towards the ceiling like Halloween cat and cat. And then make your spine like a hammock and cow and up. The base of your spine goes up. Inhale and cow. Exhale and cat. Inhale and cow. Exhale and cat. Take yourself through a few cat and cows. Back to tabletop. Stretch your left foot back and your right fingertips forward. Right elbow to left knee and out. Do this about 5 or 6 times. Breathe out and in, out, and in. And then on the last one, reach back with your right hand, grab the outside of your left foot and open up to the right side. So bring your right shoulder back and down a little bit, open up your chest more to the right side, and really pull that heel towards your bottom, like in dancer pose. Relax out of that. Take yourself through a few cat and cows, or you can scrape the barrel by pretending you're on the inside of a barrel here and you're scraping the inside of that barrel with your torso. As you're moving to the left, down, to the right, up, to the left, down, to the right, up. I'm doing a similar motion with your pelvis that you were doing in those pelvic circles a minute ago. And if you did one direction, go in the opposite direction. Now we're going to challenge ourselves just a little bit with a plank pose. So you're up high plank here. And then you're going to lower down onto your left forearm and make your fist into a ball, and then lower down into your right forearm. So forearm plank. And then you're going to bring your left hand back up and your right hand up. And we're going to do that a few times. So go down left side, and left side, right side. Maybe even switch it up, right side, left side, right side, left side, right side, left side. One more time, right side, left side. Come on up and do a high plank here. And then come on over to the outside of your right foot. Use your left foot as a kickstand and bring your hips up towards the ceiling. Gaze up towards your left fingertips, which also move up to the ceiling. And then from there, come back into a high plank. And then flip that. So outside of left foot into the ground, use your right foot as a kickstand. Look up towards your right fingertips, towards the ceiling. Lift your hips up. Back into a high plank. So we're going to do core. Here we are. And now we're going to come over to the left side. So you could again use the kickstand. Use the right foot as a kickstand, or you can stack your foot on top of the other. Or you can bring your left foot up high. Side plank. If your left foot is stacked on top of the other, thread that left hand through. And then come out of it. Come over to the other side. Again, you can use the kickstand if you want, or to stack one foot on top of the other. Or you can raise that right foot. Really lift those hips up to the ceiling. Really engage your core, tuck your navel in. Still breathe, but your breath will be naturally a little shallower now. And then bring that right hand down, thread through a little bit. Come back into a high plank and lower down on 3, 2, 1, all the way down to the ground. From here, just rest. You've earned a little bit of a rest here. Rest on one side of the face or the other. Connect with your breath, your deep breath here. And then bring your shoulders back and down. Move your chest off the ground, your feet, your legs, your hands off the ground. Come on up into a locust. Stretch your fingertips forward. Come up a little higher. Bring your left side up. Bring your right side up. Like you're swimming left side, right side. Just go back and forth a little bit here. Reach back with your hands. Grab your ankles. Come on up into a bow. And slowly come on down. Rest on one side of the face or the other. Bring your hands to either side of the chest. Push back into child's pose. So bring your bottom towards your heels. Stretch your fingertips forward a little bit. Move your fingertips to the left. Bring your right hip down to the right side. Bring your right fingertips to the right side. Bring your left hip down to the left. And then come back into a traditional child's pose here. And then come forward, so bring your chest and your chin down to the ground, and then your pelvis down to the ground, and come on up into a cobra. I'm going to reorient myself now. We'll do a faster flow. So come on up into a downward facing dog. So bring your bottom up into the air. Bend your knees, and then stick your bottom up in the air higher and further back. And then once your back is a little bit straighter, think about straightening your legs, bringing your heels down towards the ground. Feeling a stretch through your calf muscles as well as your back. But you could always keep that bend in the knees if it's more comfortable, if it gives you more length in your spine, which is good. Bend your knees and hop forward about a foot. Come on up into a chair. So sit back into an imaginary chair or throne here. Bring your hands behind you, bring your shoulders back and down, power chair. Come all the way up. Stretch your fingertips up above your head. Bring your fingertips to the right side, your hips to the left. Come back up high. Bring your fingertips to the left, your hips to the right. Come up high. Grow taller, bring your shoulders down, but grow taller in your spine. And then lean back just a little bit and look up. And then swan dive down, step or jump back, high plank, lower down, up dog or cobra, downward facing dog, bring your left foot all the way up and back, and then hop your right foot forward about a foot, and then come on up into a half moon here. So bring your right fingertips up, shoulder, roll it back, open up your torso to the right side of the room. Bring your left, or to the left side of the room rather. Left fingertips go up. Bring your left foot up higher than your bottom here. And try to bring your gaze to the left side. And if you can, bring your gaze all the way up towards your left fingertips. That's harder. Bring that back down, hop back, flow through. Up dog or cobra, downward facing dog. Bring your right foot all the way up and back. Hop that left foot forward about 6 inches or a foot. Come on up into a half moon. On the opposite side that you just did. Sometimes I get my right and left confused here, especially when mirroring you. Bring that right foot up a little bit higher than your bottom. Open up your chest to the right side of the room more. Maybe bring your gaze up to your right fingertips if you feel comfortable. If you don't, just hang out where you are. Bring your hands back down, step back, and flow through. Bring your left foot all the way up, send it forward, low lunge. Try to really engage your breath here, fingers down, bring your back foot forward, halfway lift, forward fold, all the way up. Again, marry the movement to the breath, so one movement is one breath in or out. Swan dive down, step back, flow through, downward facing dog. Bring your right foot all the way up and back. Shoot that right foot forward, low lunge. Bring the back foot to meet your front. Halfway lift, forward fold, all the way up, swan dive down, flow through again. Maiden downward facing dog, bring your left foot all the way up and back. Send that left foot forward. Come on up into a high lunge. Bring your hands together at heart center. Stay here in high lunge with your left foot forward or twist to the left side. Stay there or open up. Stay there or look up towards your left fingertips again. Feel a little shaky. Untwist, bend your back, pivot your back foot. So the outside of your back foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Warrior two, fingertips pointing in opposite directions, left fingertips towards the front of the room. Reverse the warrior, extended side angle. Bring your left hand up towards your right hand and hold an imaginary beach ball there in between your hands. Tuck in your navel. Sink deeper into the pose. Engage your core. Come back into warrior two. And then cartwheel down. Send that front foot back, flow through. Opposite side. Bring your right foot up and back. Send that right foot forward. High lunge. Bring your hands to heart center. Either stay here or twist to the right. Try to keep your hands in heart center when you twist. Stay there or open up your hands. Look up to the right hand. Untwist slowly with control. Hands together above your head. Arch your back more. And then pivot your back foot. Come into warrior two on this side. You're looking towards the left side of the room. Your right fingertips are pointing forward, left fingertips pointing back. Really sink into that front knee, the right knee. Reverse the warrior. Extended side angle. Diagonal line between the outside of your left foot and your right fingertips, or left fingertips rather. Back into warrior two. Come back into an extended side angle. And then bring your right hand up and hold that imaginary beach ball between your hands. Engage your core by sucking in your navel. Really pushing in the energy right there with your hands. Sink deeper into the pose, deeper into that front knee. And then come out of it back into warrior two. Cartwheel your hands down. Step your front foot back, flow through. Bring your left foot up. Bend your left knee, open up to the left side of the room. Bring your left toes to your left wrist. Bring your back foot to a 45-degree angle with the back of the mat. Warrior one. Tuck in your belly here. Still breathe deeply, but when you tuck in your belly, naturally your breath might be a little more shallow. And then clasp your hands behind you, look up, humble that warrior, bring your forehead down to the ground. Come out of that, back in warrior one, engage your core, sink deeper into it. Bring your hands down, pivot your foot so that the back foot is, the ball of the back foot's in the ground. Bend that left knee more. Open up to the left side, and then bring your left knee to your left wrist. And then your back foot, your right foot, is going straight behind you, and you're coming down into a pigeon. You did a pigeon prep earlier today, so you should feel a similar stretch, but maybe a little deeper. You can come down into your forehead, stretch your fingertips forward for an even deeper pigeon pose. Feeling the stretch on the outside of your upper left leg, left side of your bottom. Maybe some other parts you're feeling the stretch, that's great. If you feel pain in your knee, you might want to make some adjustments, back off a little bit. Shouldn't feel pain in your knee. Slowly walk your hands up. You can reach back with your right hand and you can clasp your right foot, top of your right foot with your right hand, and you can come on up into a king pigeon pose. You can even lift up your left fingertips and try to clasp your hands behind your head if that's possible. It's not possible for me. Slowly come out of that. Bring the ball of your right foot to the ground. Lift that left leg up. Circle that left leg around. Really waking it up there. Bend that left knee, open up to the left side. Flip the dog. Say hi to the computer. And flip back around again. Flow through. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Lift up the right leg and the right knee. Really open up those hips to the right side of the room. Bring the right toes to the right wrist. Back foot at a 45-degree angle with the back of the mat. Come on up into warrior one. Tuck in your navel, engage your core. Clasp your hands behind you at the base of your spine. Bring your shoulders back and down, look up. Bring your forehead down towards the ground. Humble that warrior. Come back up into warrior one. Really engage your core, sink deeper into that front knee. Make sure that front knee, though, does not go past your front toes. Bring your hands down to the mat. Bring the balls of your left foot to the ground. Bring your right leg up. Bend that right knee again, open up. And then bring your right knee to your right wrist. And then send that back foot back further and sink down into a pigeon on the opposite side as before. Work your fingertips up. Bring that left foot up. Clasp it with your left hand. Come on into a king pigeon. That's in your practice. Or you can just hang out in pigeon longer if you want to. That's good too. Slowly come out of that. Bring the ball of your left foot into the ground and then bring your right foot up. And then work that right leg around. Open up a little bit. And then bend your right knee, open up your hips to the right side, flip that dog. Say hi to the computer. Flip it again, flow through one more time. Up dog, downward dog. From here, you're going to jump all the way forward. You're going to come all the way up. Bring your weight to the right side. Bring your left foot up. Come on into a standing tree pose. Slowly bring your left knee forward in front of you. And then bring your left foot back and clasp your left ankle with your left hand. Come on up into dancer pose. Slowly come out of that. Bring the weight over to the left side. Bring your right foot up. Make sure your right foot is going either above the left knee or below, not on the left knee. Grow tall in that tree and grow deep and breathe. Think about the debt that your breathing has to the trees and connect with that imagery in your own body as you breathe deeply. Everything in this world is connected. Bring that right knee forward and then bring that right foot back and clasp your right ankle with your right hand, dancer pose. Come out of that slowly, arms all the way up. Swan dive down and then come to your belly. And then push the ground away with your hands and come down into child's pose. From there, roll over onto your back. And we'll finish off with some cool down here on the ground. So again, take yourself through a nice little pelvic circle here in one direction. We go the opposite direction for a little bit. Bring your legs apart, bring your knees together, and windshield wipe those shins to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. A few times back and forth. And then either go into a bridge pose. So again, you can bring your pelvis up, work your heels more towards your bottom here, clasp your hands beneath you, work your shoulders together a little bit more, shoulder blades together, and come a little higher into that bridge. You can go right into a wheel pose if you want to, as an alternative. Breathe deeply here. Do a counter pose, bringing your knees to your chest and then your knees over to the left side, fingertips and gaze and arms to the right. You can use your left hand to coax that right leg down towards your left a little bit more, get a deeper spinal twist. Knees over the opposite side. And then go and take yourself through an either bridge or wheel, either one. And hold this for about 4 long, deep breaths. Slowly come out of it, do a counter pose, bring your knees to your chest, circle those legs around a little bit. Happy baby pose, clasp the outside of your right foot with your right hand outside of your left foot with the left. Bring the bottoms of your feet up towards the ceiling. Open up those hips there. Pelvic opener. Try to breathe deeply. Slowly come out of that pose and you're welcome to go into a shoulder stand if you want to here. Or if you just want to hang out a little bit on the ground, that's fine too, do that. Go ahead and go into a shoulder pose. So I'm going to bring my feet up towards the ceiling. And my triceps are pushed into the ground. There's weight on my shoulders here. It's a shoulder stand. There's weight on my triceps. And my hands are working their way towards the midsection of my back. Close your eyes and breathe as deeply as you can in this pose. You can do plow from here, where you bring your toes over your head, bring them down towards the ground. And then you slowly lower down. Bring yourself vertebra by vertebra down into the ground. And from here, stretch out once more along the ground here. Bring your fingertips away from your toes. Stretch to the right side. Stretch to the left. Stretch through your fingertips and out through your feet. And from here, if there's any last pose you want to do, maybe pelvic tilts, maybe another supine spinal twist, feel free, whatever feels comfortable. Maybe do a fish pose, something to counter what you just did with the shoulders down on the plow. Maybe do another bridge, that's cool too. And then slowly make your way into Shavasana, corpse pose. Lying on the floor. Knowing, trusting that the floor is going to hold you up. Breathing, focusing on that concept, the idea of the breath of life that was breathed into all of us at the very beginning. Knowing how foundational, how important your breath is to who you are. How it's an important part of being human. Keeping in mind that verse from Acts where Paul says, in God, in Him, we live and move and breathe. We are His children. God sustains us. God makes life possible. Let's continue. Slowly come onto your side. Make your way to a seated position, comfortable seated position. Hands to heart center. Thank you all.